You do not break Enigma. That was the rule. Not a belief, a certainty. For decades, German military planners trusted that their cipher machine was unbreakable. Enigma wasn't just a code, it was a fortress made of mathematics, steel rotors, and daily changing settings. Every keystroke scrambled letters through rotating wheels and electrical pathways so complex that even the Germans believed only brute force, centuries of work, could crack it. The German high command slept well because of this rule. Orders crossed Europe in plain sight, wrapped in Enigma's logic. U-boat positions, invasion plans, army movements, Luftwaffe strike times. All of it flowed through wires and radio waves, safely sealed behind a machine that rewrote itself every midnight. British intelligence believed the rule too. French intelligence believed it. American cryptographers accepted it as fact. You could steal an Enigma machine. You could intercept every message. It wouldn't matter. Without the key, without the daily settings, without the internal wiring diagrams, the messages were noise. That was the rule. And then, in the early 1930s, in a newly reborn nation struggling to survive between two empires, a quiet Polish mathematician looked at Enigma and saw something the Germans never expected. Not a fortress, a system. And once you understand a system, it can be broken. You are in Poznan, Poland, 1930. The country is barely a decade old, stitched back together after more than a century of partition. To the west, Germany seethes over lost territory. To the east, the Soviet Union waits. Poland knows the next war will not be decided by numbers alone, it will be decided by information. That is why the Polish army does something radical. Instead of linguists, instead of classic codebreakers, they recruit mathematicians. One of them is Marian Rejewski. He is 25 years old, slim, methodical, trained in higher mathematics, group theory, and permutations, the kind of abstract thinking most armies ignore. You wouldn't pick him out in a crowd. He doesn't bark orders. He doesn't wear heroism on his face. But he sees patterns where others see chaos. When intercepted German messages arrive, strings of nonsense letters, Rejewski doesn't ask what they mean. He asks how they were made. By 1932, Polish intelligence knew Germany was using Enigma for military communications. They even acquire commercial versions of the machine. But the military Enigma is different. Extra rotors, plugboard connections, daily key changes. The Germans believe that even knowing the machine doesn't help. Without the internal wiring, it's useless. But Rejewski has something no one else has. French intelligence secretly provides him with documents from a German source. Operating procedures. Not the wiring, not the keys, just how Enigma operators behave. That's enough, because humans make systems predictable, and machines must obey mathematics. The stakes are enormous. If Poland can't read German communications, it will be blind when war comes. And war is coming. Rejewski sits at his desk, pages filled with permutations, rotors mapped as equations. He is not racing against time yet. He is racing against impossibility. You are staring at letters that refuse to make sense. 6 letters. Repeated twice at the start of every message. This is where it begins. German Enigma operators follow procedure. They choose a 3-letter message key, then type it twice to avoid error. For example, APCAP. Enigma encrypts it, producing 6 scrambled letters. The Germans think repetition adds safety. Rejewski realizes it adds weakness. Because the same letters, encrypted through the same machine settings, create relationships. And relationships can be expressed mathematically. He writes equations. Dozens. Hundreds. Each rotor is a permutation. Each wiring path is a function. The plugboard swaps letters in pairs. You don't guess the key. You solve for it. Rejewski works in silence. Days pass. Then weeks. Then months. Finally, in December 1932, the equations were balanced. He reconstructs the internal wiring of Enigma's rotors. Not by seeing them, by deducing them. For the first time in history, a human being breaks Enigma. Not with espionage, not with luck, with mathematics. The Polish Cipher Bureau can now read German messages. Not all, not instantly, but enough. Military exercises. Deployment tests. Strategic thinking. The Germans have no idea. But Enigma evolves. New rotors. More plugboard connections. The daily key space explodes to 10 to the power of 114 possibilities. Brute force becomes impossible again. So Rejewski adapts. He designs machines. The cyclometer, a device that catalogs Enigma cycles, building a reference that shortens decryption time. Then the Bomba Cryptologiczna, 6 interconnected machines designed to search Enigma settings automatically. Each one clicks and hums, running through permutations faster than any human team could. You hear the sound of rotors turning. Metal against metal. Logic grinding down secrecy. By 1938, Poland can still read a significant portion of German traffic. Then the Germans change everything. They add 2 more rotors. They alter procedures. They randomize selections. The bomb's slow. The math still works, but Poland lacks resources to scale. And now war is inevitable. It is July 1939. In a forest clearing near Warsaw, Polish intelligence invites British and French cryptographers to a secret meeting. They expect scraps. Instead, the Poles place Enigma replicas on the table. Working machines. Exact copies. They explain mathematics. The bombs. The entire method. The British are stunned. For years they believed Enigma was unbreakable. Now they realize they are years behind. Weeks later, Germany invades Poland. The Cipher Bureau evacuates. Files burned. Machines destroyed or smuggled out. Rejewski escapes through Romania, then France. Poland falls. But Enigma does not win. What the Germans don't know is that Enigma is already compromised, not by Britain alone but by a chain that begins in Poland. At Bletchley Park, British codebreakers build their own bombs. Faster. Larger. Powered by industrial scale. Alan Turing and Gordon Welchman refine the logic, but the foundation is Polish. The concept of mechanical cryptanalysis. The exploitation of operator habits. The very idea that Enigma can be solved mathematically. Convoys survive because U-boat positions are read. North Africa turns because Rommel's orders are intercepted. D-Day succeeds because German commanders are misled. The Germans change procedures again and again. New rotors. New rules. But the rule is already broken. Enigma is no longer sacred. By 1945, Allied code-breaking shortened the war by an estimated 2 years. Millions of lives are saved. German commanders never fully understand how their messages are read. They suspect spies, betrayal, leaks. They never suspect a Polish mathematician solved their machine before the war even began. Marian Rejewski survives the war. He returns to Poland quietly. No parade. No medals. For decades, his work remains classified. His name is unknown. He works as an accountant. Think about that. The man who cracked the most important cipher of the 20th century balances books for a living. Only years later does the truth emerge. Only then does history widen its lens. Rejewski dies in 1980 at the age of 74. To this day, many still believe Enigma was broken only at Bletchley Park. But the truth is more fragile, more human. It begins with a young man, a desk, a pencil, and the refusal to accept a rule everyone else believed. If this story moved you, please hit that like button. Every click tells the algorithm this piece of history is worth remembering. We're dedicated to rescuing these forgotten stories from the archives. If you want to join us on this mission, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment with your city or country, and tell us if someone in your family served. Thank you for ensuring that Marian Rejewski and the Polish Cipher Bureau do not disappear into silence. They deserve to be remembered.